All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Expose News TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they give them back-to-back update on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafraland and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also remember to like and share this broadcast as it is hot. All right, my people, it says here that the latest one, Enugu community has lamented, yes, on the fact that Fulani headsmen have been given issues and they have been destroying their crops and farms, and they have begged for government assistance. And what I'm trying to explain to you here at this point is that we all know that the government is not going to do anything about it, and that is the truth of the matter. The government is not going to do anything about it. Now let us go into the full details of this particular news. It says here that a man narrowly escaped in a video that was posted recently on Twitter. It says here now that this thing is coming from a local government area in Enugu State, Eziama Agwobu, or in Ezago, local government area of Enugu State. It said that residents of that local government area were thrown into chaos on Tuesday when headsmen abducted a man, his wife, and son while they were collecting firewood in the bush. The man narrowly escaped, as seen in the video that was posted, because there was a video that was actually posted on Twitter. A community leader who spoke in the video expressed distress over the incident, highlighting the ongoing issue of cattle destroying their crops and agricultural farms. He appealed to the Enugu state government to intervene and address the alarming rate of farm destruction, seeking protection for their means of livelihood. The incident has sparked concern and fear among the agrarian community who rely on their farms for survival. The community leaders' plea for government assistance aims to ensure their safety and the preservation of their agricultural resources. Now, the man has narrated. This is what the man said. He said, what happened today is that we cultivated this agric farm. We decided to fence it with our bamboos before we shared it among ourselves because cow destroys our crops. When we started fencing the farm, the herders came and started asking us what we were doing because they would come back and remove the fence. It is the audacity of these people in a different land, in a land that is not yours, is where you have the audacity to come out and say these kind of things. My people, you cannot try this in the northern land. If you try it, you are gone. That's just the truth of the matter. If you make a mistake to try this type of thing, they would stab you there and then. But then this is where the Igbo land is the place where they feel they can wake up and talk anyhow to people that originally own the land. True to their threats, today they came and destroyed the fence. So while they were destroying it, we got information and came and pursued them. They attacked one of our brothers with their sticks and told us that they would return. After we pursued them, one of our sisters and her husband went to fetch firewood from there. They seized the husband, so the wife and son escaped and ran home to tell us. Now, the person in question that was held started narrating how it happened. He said, our dog came and my wife and son came to make a report that I was seized by the Fulani headsmen inside the bush. My wife escaped with my son when I was exchanging words with them. When I was asking them, will you kill me and kill my wife? For what offense? At that point, I didn't know that my family had already escaped to come home and give information on how to rescue me. When the herders discovered that my family had escaped, apparently sensing danger, they released me. When they released me, I turned and I started calling my wife and son, but they were nowhere to be found. That was when I knew that they had escaped. He narrated. The farm the herders destroyed is located in the agric of Eziama Agwobu, or yes, my people, as Idehot, that is what is happening currently. The audacity of these people to abduct a man that is coming to collect firewood from his own land because they've decided to block him or stop them from collecting wood from their own land. This is what these people have decided to do. This is what they've woken up to say that they will stop them from collecting wood. My people, this is a very tragic matter, a very, very heavy matter that needs to be settled immediately. I believe the Biafran Liberation Army needs to do it. When the PM Ekpa comes out and says a whole lot of things concerning this, people normally say things against it. But my people, looking at it now, these people are capable of murder, and if care is not taken, I am sure they might have done it before. and we are not going to let this particular thing stand. They need to face the wrath of Igbos, of the Biafra Liberation Army, and I'm sure it's going to happen soon.
truth. And for you to attain freedom and for you to be successful, you have to be ruthless. You have to be ruthless. What I mean by being ruthless is this: whoever is not on the boat with you have to be thrown into the sea. But you have to be open and let people know this is what we are going to. This is what we are going to, so that everybody will know that yes, we are fighting. It's either we board our boat and get where we're going to, or we'll perish there. So we're going to fight to the last. So what I'm trying to say, in essence, is this: I want to commend you wholeheartedly for what you're doing, because it's not an easy task. You've dedicated yourself to this, and I also want to implore you that you ensure that you are being guided by the truth and nothing but the truth, because God in his infinite mercy will always protect you when he sees that you are being guided by the truth. And that truth, what I mean is for the interest and the protection of the people that you are fighting for. This is not about you. This is not about you. So the people that you are fighting for must see the reason why, must see the reason to always back and support you, to know that you are fighting for their cause. Because if there is some kind of the level of secrecy and people begin to doubt or question, what he's doing, because there is a whole lot of propaganda mess, whatever it is going on. He's cashing out with people, he's cashing out with the stupid folks. I know that people will come up with different things, but I just want to encourage you, and I also want to forewarn you to be aware of people you surround yourself with, and to also be guided by the truth and nothing by the truth in anything you're going to do. Because at the end of the day, we are going to be example of what's possible. And given your level of exposure and where you've been and things like that, you know that we can achieve what we see in Europe, what we see in Europe where we are, we can achieve that in the homeland, and even better, because we've got the resources, we're intelligent people, we're entrepreneurial in nature, we're hardworking people. God has blessed us with everything that we need. So what the question now is, what are we going to do with what we have, or what God has blessed us with? So I want to encourage you to be guided by the truth. Select people who are ready to work for the people, and then God will guide us and protect us, and hopefully we'll get to where we want to go
That's
to.
going to be
Thank
allow the
you.
DM to respond to your sentiments.
Yes, I want you to understand that those shouting about cashing out and cashing out is what they have done in the Biafra struggle. I want you to look at where we started and where we are. These are people that were sitting in millions of dollars. There is no gun. There is no anything anywhere. It was just go out of the street, kill police, collect their gun. Nothing. Everybody know it. But we don't, the more that, the reason they are doing these things is so that we'll come and start talking. Everybody knows, if you have followed this struggle, you know what has happened in the past. But I'm not here for that. So those people that are shouting those nonsense are the people that were actually using the Biafra as a career. Today we have weapons, sophisticated weapons, and we have men. And we still need more. It is never enough. Even Ukraine is still looking for money to buy weapons. So our own is that with the little we have, we'll continue to buy and buy and buy to defend until we have our freedom and we have recognition. And then we'll continue to build our security and our military and our defense system. So defense is something that takes a lot of money. And of course, what they're trying to do is if somebody like me doesn't have iron skin, for example, they will do just like I've done every other person. They think that with that, I'm going to run and start hiding. I'm going to leave Biafra alone and Biafra struggle and then run away because, they're attacking me, they are calling me names and all that. No. I knew that is going to be what they would do. And I was prepared. I came prepared. That's why if you are a woman, you come to leave your house and your husband and some come to attack Ekpa, I will give it to you. I don't look that you are a woman, because if you come to attack me, it means your womanhood has been removed. I would just treat you like every other person. If you want to be gentle and respect yourself, I will respect you. This is a struggle that have taken human lives. I don't know whether you understand that. So anybody can say anything. It's not my business. What we are doing is in the public. There is nothing to hide. I don't hide anything except some agreement with notable people and government that I don't need to make public. But those who want me to make whatever we are dealing with them public, I make it public. This is a struggle for freedom, for Christ's sake. There is nothing to hide. We are not doing the thing that we say, oh, if I say it now, you go and block it. If you block it, it means that it never meant to work in the first place. So everything we are doing today is in the public. The only thing that is not in the public is something that has to do with security of our people, and of course, something that has to do with international security and contact. Then it's not going to be a problem. But anything that has to do with this Biafra, how to get Biafra, how to defend our land, it is in the public. We're not hiding it. So you judge by yourself. So anybody coming to say Simon Ekpa be open or Simon Ekpa, the person is not telling himself or herself truth. What open do you want me to be? You want me to tell you how I sleep and snore in my bed? Before you know I'm telling you the truth. I don't, if you that's what you're expecting, my brother, you wait till that can come. But anything that has to do with this Biafra, you are going to have it. It is in the public domain. So you can judge what if you have followed this particular space from the beginning, you can judge from what other people have done in the past and what we are doing today. And then you can be the judge. From that, if you are confused, you join. If you don't confused, we'll wait for you somewhere where we'll use tax. We'll use taxation to barb your hair. Thank you for not supporting Biafra.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know we have at least best air defense system than Iran?
They don't have
Israel went to Iran and came back with testimony. And Nigeria will come to us and and they go back with the lamentation.
They don't have idea. They don't have idea of that. They don't have idea.
All right, we go to Veteran Dragon.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you, my Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Akbarawa, Honorable Akbarawa. Thank you so much. And the Deputy Minister, Raphael, I salute you. I salute all the ministers on space. My Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, I salute you. I stand in attention and I salute you in the military way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't listen to your opening speech, so I will go back later to listen to what you said. There is something I want to mention. I've never shivered or worried or bothered either during the Civil War or now, but there was a time I really shivered in this struggle, and I want to mention it. That was when you said you were looking for 20 million votes. The thing really bothered me. I said, where are we going to get 20 million votes? I said, why didn't you ask for, since we were trying to match 4 million, why didn't you ask for 7 million, 8 million? You asked for 20 million votes. Hey, that thing really pushed me. I was very, very uncomfortable. But alas, at the end, we are having over 50 million votes mandating you to go on and give us Biafra. 50 million votes. You really surprised me. You really surprised me. And I want to sing a song, which is a familiar song you've been singing. Let me just sing it because after you announced 50 million votes, I said, wow, you are too much. And God is with you. Oneme, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị Simon, gịnị ka anyị ga-eme n'elu ụwa nke a? Gịnị ka anyị? Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị Simon, gịnị ka anyị ga-eme n'elu ụwa nke a? Gịnị ka anyị ga-eme? My Prime Minister, I thank you. I can't ask you a question. What am I going to ask you? I am following everything you are doing. I'm listening to you. Now you have spoken to us. By now, God will now give me grace. I can now sleep well. I even want if He can be talking to us every day. I mean, that will be healing to my body. So thank you so much for what you are doing. We are with you. We are looking forward to December 2nd when we are going to redeclare our sovereignty. And then we generate that document which will be signed by delegates. The document that will become an instrument that Biafra has been redeclared. Thank you so much. Your template is touch not. It's unbeatable. Nigeria is dead. The funeral is about to be conducted. We'll all be there to have the service of songs and finally bury Nigeria. Thank you so much for what you are doing for us.
Thank you, veteran Freedom. We go to Tosi. Tosi with Elon Musk's photo on your profile. Over to you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here among the honorable men here. I have some few questions to ask as a young and vibrant Biafran citizen. I'm just 23, and I'm very interested in history stuff and all those things. So, though my question is nothing related to what has been discussed here or anything, but I have some few things bothering me, which I would like to be cleared of, like to know what is really happening and to know what I'm about to fight for, to know what the freedom is all about. Like, I've been watching so many news online, I've been following history all over the world, and Israel is one of the countries that are similar to what Nigeria is doing to Biafra people. Then, when I come across Biafran flag, seeing it standing next to Israel flag, it bothers me a lot. So I want to know what Biafra has in common with Israel. That's my first question. Please, if we should just pardon my manners or anywhere I start to ask the question, but I need to be clear about this to know what we are fighting for and to know what I'm fighting for too, because I need that freedom. I need it. And I can fight to the last drop of my blood to get it. You understand? So that's what I just want to know.
All right, you want to know the relation between Biafra and Israel?
Yeah.
All right, so Biafra, in as much as I wouldn't want to go into religious teaching and cultural or origin. Biafra people are believed to be the Jews, the lost tribe of Israel, just like we have them in other parts of Africa as well, in Ethiopia, for example. Unfortunately, our Ethiopia has been recognized by Israel, and they even have free access to Israel. They can travel to Israel and all that. Our own has been meeting brick wall because of the Ishmael descendant in Nigeria that the British possibly join us together, which is the northern Usman Danfodio descendant, as you all know. They don't want to see anything in Israel, the history in the Bible. So it is reality. And that is the reason they hate you. So that's the reason why they don't want to see what you see going on today in the Middle East is something we are facing. So it is that connection, that blood connection, that covenant is what they are fighting. So when you see them going against you in Nigeria, hating you, it is just like that. It is a spiritual thing that is beyond your understanding. So they have no other reason to hate you other than the light that is shining in you as a Jew. Even though some people who is sitting there with you, probably, who are one Nigeria. Once you have the spirit of one Nigeria, you will even be seeing somebody who is from the same village with you, who's supposed to be calling himself a Jew, will continue to fight you. Say, come on, go and sit down, you're an idiot. Which a Jew? Who go back to Israel now? You know, stuff like that. So it is a connection that we have and a covenant that we have. And then also our culture, for you to confirm that that is true, our culture is the same. Our way of life is the same. And so we see ourselves as the descendant of the Jews. That is the connection we have. Of course, some people can give you more deeper explanation to the connection between us and Israel. So we are the Jews. That is a lost tribe of the Jews in the West Africa and of course in Nigeria. And like I said, we are not the only people that are the lost tribe of Judah or Israel. There are many of them across Africa. And if you don't know, when you hear Israel, when you hear what is in the Bible, it did not happen in the United States. The history of Bible is in Africa. Egypt is in Africa. If you don't know, because stay here 22 years. So Egypt is in Africa. So we are actually very close to God and to Jesus than any other people in America. I don't know whether you're aware of that.
Yeah, I'm aware.
All right. So just to give you a very brief one. So we see ourselves as Jews, and nobody should come and dispute who we are. You know, that is who we are, and we accept that particular history. I accept it. I don't know about you, so you should respect my own opinion about myself. What I say about myself is what you should believe. Thank you.
Okay, I still have one more question.
Go ahead.
Okay. I heard what you say. My next question is, I believe that Israel is a friend to NATO, right? And Nigeria is also a friend to NATO. Then we are fighting a war against a NATO country. I think Biafra should either do the opposite, like forming out with other parties.
Are you asking a question or you are making a suggestion? Which one?
Okay, it's also a question and a suggestion. I'm just saying my mind. I'm just being clear. Like the thing has been bothering me for a long, which is I'm also interested in everything that you do. I've been following you. I've been doing everything. I've been following the history. So I just want to know, and I'm also putting out the suggestion. That's
all right. Your suggestion have been noted.
Okay.
Is there another thing you want to say?
No, nothing much. It's just
because you didn't ask question.
Okay, no problem. Nothing. I'm done.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tosin. We go to the next speaker.
Sorry, Minister.
Yes, sir.
Minister, let's correct this impression. They will now say it happened in our space. Please, Nigeria is not a member of a NATO nation. Neither Nigeria is a member of a BRICS nation. So
Minister Success.
Nigeria is neither both of these.
I didn't even want to fuel anything from what this guy was
and
saying.
you should not make a mistake. We are ever vigilant. We know what happened to us in 67, 70, where Egypt and Russia were the helping hand Nigeria had in bombing our people. We cannot afford to make such mistakes again. So we are very, very vigilant. And according to the Prime Minister, follow him up. But Nigeria is not a NATO nation, neither a BRICS nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Success. Since you have decided to puncture the tire, I didn't want to respond to this guy because when he said he's of 22, and then he has been following up everything and this and that, and then the only question you wanted to hear or to ask is because you saw Biafra Defense Forces coming out with Biafra flag, and what Nigeria have told you, why should they carry Israel flag? But you did not come to ask, why did the Northern youth wave Russia flag? It is that of Biafra and Israel that they tell you, go and be looking for why they should come and ask. So we have to move on because at times when we expatiate on many things, we give credence to the enemies of Biafra. So, Comrade Udeka Emmanuel, over to you.
Thank you very much, my Prime Minister. Thank you very much, Minister for Information. My Prime Minister, God will bless you. God will bless you. You are the true disciple of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. I don't care what the Chinchi and the some people are saying about you. You are blessed, and God will continue to bless and protect you for us. You say,
Yeah.
I want to also thank God for the life of those who are paying the ultimate price, those who men on ground who are loyal to you, who are listening to you. God will continue to bless and protect them in Jesus'
Amen.
name. My
Your network don't take light, oh. Comrade Emmanuel, your network don't take light, oh. We can't hear you anymore. Go to the next speaker. When you return, you can take the mic again. Mr. Editor, over to you. Mr. Editor, are you there? Mr. Editor is not ready. We go to Ochukwu Chinedum. Ochukwu Chinedum. Not
Yeah,
ready?
hello, good evening.
Okay. There, we'll write on, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah, good evening, Prime Minister. Good evening, all the ministers on space. Please, I just have one question to ask, please. And I just want to thank our PM for protecting our land, for safeguarding everybody. We can have a lot of testimonies in different places. And also, we're happy that what our PM is doing. I just have one question because I've been hearing from a lot of people. They have been saying that they will not vote at all, and also I told them, I said if you don't vote, there's still a consequences you will encounter very soon. They said there will nothing go happen. I was saying, okay, I'm going to ask PM if all these people that did not vote and their name is not on our database, after December 2nd, what will be their fate? Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Everybody must not vote. You don't force people to vote. We don't need their vote. So those who don't want to vote don't need to vote. The majority, they say carry their. What are we going to do with one person vote, even if they are 20, when we have already over 50 million votes? We don't need everybody. So everybody must not vote. Thank you.
PM, I thought you were going to remind them that the drug lord president of Nigeria did not need everybody vote to become president of Nigeria.
That is even going too much. I don't have time to explain this kind of thing. So everybody must not vote. You can help me to elaborate more.
Ochukwu, your drug lord president did not need the vote of the Biafran people to become the president of Nigeria. And when the amalgamation of what Nigeria was done, they did not need the consent of our fathers to bring us all together against our will. And as you hear of the elections of America that is coming, it is not everybody that will vote, but the election will still come to an end and the winner will be announced. So in Biafra, every man carries their own vote, and everyone have not agreed with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the beginning, not with the Prime Minister, and not even to the very last day that everybody will agree. So we must continue, one man, one vote, and the important thing is that the over 50 million has already endorsed what we needed. Mr. Editor, are you ready?
Prime Minister.
Yes.
Prime Minister.
Yes.
Prime Minister.
Yes.
Please, I'm calling attention on this news. It's very, very important. The news of terrorists taking over Nigeria military base. I mean, not base, training camp, and displaced 23 communities. Hear this. They call indigenous people of Biafra terrorists, and you see some affiliates bought from obedient group to attack you, calling you a terrorist. You have to ask them or elaborate on this. Is there any community in Biafraland that is not inhabitable now? That is not inhabitable, that is controlled by terrorists. But here is 23 not villages, so 23 communities that surrounds the training depot of Nigerian army being controlled by terrorists. So this is what we're in the space, and people are journalists, international people are listening. We need to educate these people, because this one idiot that is attacking you now has also started attacking Nnamdi Kanu now. I saw his post now. So these are the people. This is what they want to achieve, to be able to enable their political wing or whatever they call it. So is there any community in Biafraland that is not inhabitable right now? But as I'm talking now, 23 communities around Katangura has been displaced.
Well, my happiness is that at least they announced this one, right? Because not all of them they announced now. So I commend the media, Zoom media. They are stepping up their game, at least for reporting about this. And so it's a very good start. As a matter of fact, one thing is that I don't normally delve into trying to debunk this and debunk that. I don't care about what they say about me, or like I've always said, I don't care whatever they say about me today. I am only interested in what they will say in the next 10 years, 5 years to come. That's all. I'm not interested in whatever they say today doesn't move me. They can call me anything. So I don't care what they say. So they can say anything, and I don't care. So the thing is that Biafra land is safe. That is my only